What's going on, guys? Coach Sharif here, and in this video I'll give you my update 4-month no FAP. Yes, 4 months, not only no FAP but practicing abstinence. So I'm single. All the guys out there that are in a relationship, it's gonna be a bit different for you, but for me it's complete abstinence, no fapping, no relationship, and I'm single, so it's a bit easier. But I'll give you my updates, the drawbacks, the benefits, what I saw was different with that time of abstinence. All right, so let's jump straight into it. I want to say something first. A lot of people, when I tell them that, they'll be like, oh my god, 4 months, it's impossible, there's no way I'll do 2 days, there's no way I can do 1 week. But you know what, it's like a drug. It's literally like a drug, like sugar, like gambling, like watching pornography, like any other drug, eating junk food. The less you do it, the less you give your body that, the less you'll want it, all right? The less you eat sugar, the less you'll crave it. The less you watch pornography, the less you think about watching pornography. So yes, the first couple of days is hard, but now I don't even think about it. 4 months later, I don't even think about it. It's crazy, I don't even think about it, trust me, all right? So the first couple days, yeah, you feel that urge, that impulses, but the more you abstain, the less it becomes in your mind, and the less you think about it, and the easier it becomes, all right? It's like if someone have never eaten sugar or haven't eaten sugar for a year, well, they don't know the real taste of it, they don't really crave it, they'll crave something else, all right? So, yeah, the first couple days you get those urges and impulses, and that's when you start filling up that time, because it is time consuming. Think about it, watching pornography and like fapping and all those stuff going in there, it is time consuming, and the impulses, so you use that energy to transmit it into something else. So I started really making a lot more YouTube videos, walking, a lot more meditation, listening to videos, listening to motivational speech, and just kind of working a lot on myself. So I started using that time into things that were more productive. So there it is, an increase of productivity right away, because that energy that I had to be put somewhere. All right, so I started putting it into filming more YouTube videos, and that's why you saw me popping a lot of content. So that's first thing. But let's talk about the physical benefits, because we know after 7 days your testosterone peak when you're not fapping. But you know what, it's not only after 7 days, because your testosterone stays high when you're abstaining, and the fact that your testosterone stays high and doesn't drop up until you fap again, or you kind of release that, it's a huge game changer. Because a lot of people will be like, well, after 7 days it peaks, so might as well just do it after 7 days. No, because the fact that it stays there and it stays high, it's a huge game changer, and over time that little percentage that you're getting will just be exponential. So let's talk about the benefits without being too much into the studies. Yeah, first thing first, I really realized my testosterone increasing, all right? It could be like something like, I don't know, like I'm a lot sharper, my mind is a lot sharper. Let's say I'm having a conversation and I already know whatever I'm gonna say. I'm trying to be very detached from the emotions going into everything. So I feel like I'm a lot more calm and collected. I'm a lot more grounded, all right? That's just one of the benefits that I'm realizing. Second thing, I feel like when I'm talking with women, the reality of things, I have a lot more confidence in myself. So let's say I'll be exchanging, today at the gym, we're just having a conversation with women, and it's so smooth, I don't even overthink it, and it goes super well, and it's very good conversations. I have a lot more confidence in what I'm saying, and when I say something, it's always with a lot of confidence. And it's something that I realized recently, because it's like if all that testosterone buildup can be felt in your voice, all right? That's another thing I am realizing, all right? But the drawbacks of it is that you feel your testosterone kind of go high super fast, especially when you talk with women, you know, you feel like kind of the sexual tension so fast, and it doesn't take me seconds. Sometimes I'm just having a chat and I'm like, whoa, all right? Of course, it has to be someone you're attracted to. It's not as if you become kind of crazy attracted to anything. No, but you get the idea, all right? You feel that sexual tension as soon as you talk to a woman, all right, or whatever you're into. But it's not something that I feel when I'm not in the presence of someone that I'm attracted to, all right? So if it makes sense, I don't think about it constantly. Now I'm not thinking about any sexual desires, but when I'm in contact with someone, that's when I feel it, all right? So that's another important thing to say. Third thing is that I feel like my workouts are a lot better. I'm a lot more focused, and on my sets I feel like I'm connecting with my muscles better. All right, now you might say, oh, that's placebo, that's BS, but trust me, I feel like that testosterone buildup and the fact that I'm kind of holding it all in, that energy is going into my muscles. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I'm squeezing my muscles and I'm getting like those crazy pumps, the contraction that I never had before. All right, maybe it's placebo, but if it's placebo that I'm feeling my workouts better, then it's a win. All right, but I don't believe it's placebo, because I believe that this kind of holding that energy in will just help your body internally. All right, if it makes any sense. Now, the increase of testosterone will help you in the gym, will help your bone health, will help your muscle mass, will help losing fat. All right, having higher testosterone levels, especially as naturals, it's something we gotta optimize. So the fact that I'm not fapping, that I'm abstaining, I'm really realizing those benefits. I'm realizing that I'm staying in shape and I'm getting in shape a lot faster. All right, I went on a trip. I went for 2 weeks, almost barely any trainings. I got very sick, and now that I got back into my workouts, it's like if my body reacted super fast, and I look at my body and I'm like, whoa, I gained some muscle mass. Even if on the scale I didn't get bigger, but I feel the difference in terms of my muscle hardness, in terms of my pumps, in terms of the shapes of my muscle. All right, look, it also sounds a little bit crazy to me, but I do feel a lot of benefits from not fapping. All right, let's talk about the drawbacks. I feel the anger a little bit. I feel sometimes I'm very much on my nerve. I can go from 0 to 100 so fast because of the increase of testosterone. Like, if I'm kind of angry at someone and he says something that I don't like, I will just lash on that person. The other day I was having an argument with someone, and I went too far a little bit. Not that I disrespected them or anything, but I kind of put too much energy into that argument, whereas I should have been a little bit more not caring a lot. So yes, I know at the beginning I said I'm more calm and collected, but also there's the other side of that coin, where once you get angry, you really get going, and it's not something that I really enjoy, because then I take it a bit too far, verbally of course, or I will be very very implicated in something that doesn't really matter. All right, at the end of the day. Also, another drawback, I really feel like I'm getting more anxious. I feel like this buildup of energy, when I'm not using it, it transforms into anxiety. All right, because you're not fapping, you're abstaining, you're getting a lot of energy, so you have to put it to use. But sometimes it's like, where do I put all that energy? You know, it's not as if I have I don't know, if I'm training 10 hours a day, or if I have a whole football team to fight with. All right, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go run, I'm gonna go for a walk, I'm gonna work a bit. Now my work is a little bit slow, so you start getting more anxious, you start getting a lot more stress, anxiety. So make sure that you're putting that energy somewhere, and this energy will come, because the energy increase is so much higher. Trust me, guys. You know, I'm sleeping less and I need less sleep every single day. I feel like I need less and less sleep. You know, at 7 a.m. my body wakes up on its own. I don't even need an alarm anymore. Even if I slept at 1 a.m., which I rarely do, but I feel like my body just wakes up and I'm ready to go in the morning. And this was something where I have never felt like that when I was not abstaining. All right, so I really believe that there is benefits. Now, in terms of strength, people will ask me about strength. I didn't realize any improvement on strength. I feel like my strength has been the same for years, and yeah, it's slowly progressing, but now that I'm not fapping, it's not as if I'm benching 2 times what I used to. All right, so just so you guys know, I'm giving you a bit of an update. Is it worth it? Honestly, so much worth it, because I get my mind used to not chasing that temporary pleasure, not chasing that fast source of dopamine. Because when you're fapping, you're opening pornography, you get your body, your brain used to taking that pleasure very fast, the fast source of dopamine, that cookie, that pornography, the chocolate, gambling, all of those stuff, the alcohol, and it puts you in a kind of a vicious cycle where you're kind of allergic to hard work and the work that takes time, everything that takes time, training in the gym, building a business, working hard on yourself or on your goals. It becomes very hard for you to do because you're used to giving your body fast sources of pleasure. But now that I'm not fapping, it's like if everything I'm focused on is the long term. I'm ready to suffer, I'm ready to eat the same meals every single day, I'm ready to have a routine, I'm ready to work hard because I know that in the future it will end up paying off. All right, so it's a good thing, especially for your mind, staying away from watching pornography and fapping a lot, because I really believe it's detrimental for the body. All right, some people will say, hey, it's natural, animals do it, this and that. First of all, everything in moderation could be good. All right, so what is moderation for fapping? Is it once every day? Is it once every week? Is it once every year? Is it once every 5-6 months? That's where I think finding that sweet spot. And like I said, it's a drug, so sometimes you will get back into it, and then next thing you know, you're fapping every single day. All right, so my thoughts on it is replace the energy you have and that urge with something else that will be more beneficial for you in the long term. Use that energy for things that will build you up, and stay away from it as long as possible. All right, if you're someone that is watching a lot of Instagram stuff that kind of give you that urge of fapping, just erase them all and substitute that with things that would build you up. All right, so that's it for this video. Hopefully you liked it, hopefully you learned a few things, hopefully it's motivated you to go into that little period of abstinence. Doesn't matter the time, a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, just start somewhere and see how you feel. All right, that's just my update, that's just my take on it. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but you know what, sometimes what you need is someone that tells you their experience, and it's worth a lot more than millions of studies, because studies are based on experience. That's it for this video. Please leave a like, consider subscribing, comment. Thank you guys for all the support. If you need coaching, training plans, diet plans, follow-ups, I have my own application. I'm coaching people online. It's going pretty well, and I'm very happy with people reaching out from me, whether it's from YouTube, from Instagram. I'm always happy to talk to you guys, building connections and helping you reach your goals. So that's it. Stay natural, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.